always in a good way.
I like the loons too. Well, there you have it. The loons have ceased calling, so I think we're live.
Are we on now?
Yeah, I'm still busy texting everybody about this event.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
As you know, I don't like lives.
Well, look
keep
at
saying
we're live now on YouTube. Apparently, it just popped up on my phone.
Oh, cool.
I'm Mr. Nervous.
I know.
Guy.
I know. It's not that I'm nervous. I just like to pre-plan
like yesterday, he's like, let's just do it really, really quick. I want to get it over with. I feel so uncomfortable with it. Why are we going live again today, Mike?
Well, we got a very important announcement to make, and we announcements, not just one announcement, and we need to let our audience know about some of the most incredible things that are happening right now in our space. And what we're going to be talking about mainly is the support that we're giving towards these wonderful Indigenous youth that are going to Japan. Yeah. And when are they leaving exactly?
I don't even know when they're leaving exactly. I know they're leaving in June, but
yeah, sometime in June, right?
For all of the contacts on my cell phone this morning.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I've hit every one of you sending out an invite today by text. And many of you have gotten back to us saying that you're coming. A couple of very interesting people have gotten back to me. Elisha Harper's daughter just said that she's going to come with her kids.
Yeah.
You know, so this is the little event that's going on at Silver Heights Restaurant on Sunday, starting at 4 p.m. The restaurant's normally closed on Sunday, so it's a huge honor to have that restaurant space available for us. Families are welcome, so kids are also welcome. Yep. So there's no excuses to not come because you got your kids.
Who's the influencer that's just contacted you a few minutes ago?
Sherry McKay reached out, or I reached out to her, and she said she loves Allie's.
Really?
And she's going to do whatever she can to make it. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Sherry McKay is. I highly recommend you going on to TikTok and checking her out.
She's the ultimate auntie or something.
Yeah, the deadly auntie.
The deadly auntie, yeah, and that's what I hear. And she's got lots of people following her.
Yeah, she does.
And I got a call today from my good friend Derek Baxter, who owns Agoki Learning, and he said, "Mike, I'm flying in from, I guess, Asia," and he said, "I'm going to go support your burger, and I'm going to go get it on Friday. If I don't make it Sunday, I'm going to go take my staff to go grab a Birch Burger, the pickerel Birch Burger, which we're going to show you in a minute. I haven't even opened this bag yet.
You know what? I think when you go live, you don't really have quite the proper structure for opening and closings. Wasn't that the whole purpose, was to talk about how this just arrived for lunch?
Yeah, exactly. What happened was we were supposed to do a live from the restaurant, but we met a chief from a community this morning, and we had conference calls, so we didn't have time to go and grab the burger right from the restaurant. So I had it delivered, and it just arrived 10 minutes ago. That's why we're kind of rushing to do this live today to show you this incredible burger. So it better not fall apart.
It better not fall apart. But I don't know if you guys know Michael Birch very well or not, but the man drinks gallons of coffee every day.
I do. Lots. I never stop.
No, and neither does all these meetings, these texts, these phone calls. Our doors revolving constantly every single day with great people coming in and stopping by. It's like, you know what, I start every morning at 7 or 7:30 in the morning, and before you know it, the day's over. There's so many good people and exciting things happening, and it's absolutely crazy.
Well, it's better than drinking alcohol. Like, I'm 7 years sober, going on 8 years. December 27, 2019 was my last drink. So this will be 8 years coming up. So I drink probably 10 cups a day. And that's probably why my wife
he drinks
says
10 before he leaves the house.
That's right.
I was even talking with Dan Posner earlier today from Trusted Financial. And even though, I haven't talked to Dan in a long time, but he mentioned, he's like, yeah, Mike and I have something in common regarding our recovery and that whole addictions thing. So
well, that means a lot to me, because you know what? It wasn't easy to quit. No. And it was very difficult because I drank a lot and I was a closet alcoholic. And I'm not, the reason why I talk about it is if I can do it, people can do it, because right now we have a major drug epidemic in our communities with meth and fentanyl and these new drugs I've never heard of. And that really is bothersome, isn't it? What's happening in some of our communities. So alcohol and drugs kind of fit together. Yeah, it's very difficult to quit. But I did it with the grace of God behind me. I just wanted you to hear that.
I love that too. And It's amazing. Even our meeting an hour ago on the phone was talking about drugs, and we're hearing about these communities that have blockades stopping drugs from entering these communities. Like, it's an ongoing thing.
A big shout out to Bloodvein First Nation for putting the check stops into their communities before they go up to the Anishinaabe territory, the Island Lake communities. They spent a lot of money, their own budget, to put these check stops there. And they were passionate about it. So I thank Bloodvein First Nation for putting those check stops up, because that's really important, because there's some really creative ways of getting alcohol up there. I know that they took a case of water as an example, and they had it all shrunk wrapped like it just came out of the factory, but they were all full of vodka. Crazy. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, crazy? But it was, somebody had enough sense to just check it out at that check stop in Bloodvein. So good on you, Bloodvein, for doing that. I'm really happy that you did that, because it would have got to Island Lake, and guess what? It would have caused a lot of issues in the community.
Sure.
Yeah.
So anyways, we got these. What is this? Why don't you open it up and show and tell.
Show and tell. Oh, hey, look how tight it is. I'm going to have to rip the bag open. Sorry. So this is the pickerel burger that we've been boasting about now for the last couple of weeks. And it just started. All right, well, let's check this out. Oh,
well, yeah, the Silver Heights have now started their formal catering menu, so that's cool.
Oh,
and wow,
look at that! Look at that! Look at that! This came from Lake Manitoba.
I was going to say, Kevin, is this your fish?
Yeah, and this, I got to thank one person. Look at the amount of pickerel there. For $20, guys, you can't go wrong, and it's going to a great cause.
Yeah, it is.
And guess who picked it out? And we made sure that this pickerel, look at the generous piece of pickerel. It's really good. And it was caught by the great Kevin Alt himself, the fisherman. He's got a huge following, funniest guy I've ever met. Rated R, Kevin. But
Rated R, Kevin.
But that's his act, right? He picked this out and he made sure it was filleted boneless. So I'm going to take a bite.
Yeah, both of you guys
put
it up for the camera.
Okay. Well, I was going to share mine with you, Isaac, but not now after you saying that.
Amazing.
It is good. The texture is really good.
I know. Yeah. So they did a really good job. And I trust Tony Sawicki of Silver Heights Restaurant. You know, Silver Heights has been open for 70 years. What a family institution that is. And he came up with this recipe. And what's in the breading?
Salt and vinegar potato chips.
Yeah, salt and vinegar potato chips mixed in some, is it a flour base or something? I don't, it's very good. Look at that.
Right? It's the tartar sauce or the aioli sauce, whatever he's got on there, is dynamite.
So I'm encouraging people from the Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs, SCO, Anishinaabe, Keewatin, all of the businesses, our institutions in the Indigenous community, to take a staff member or your staff, go to Silver Heights Restaurant and go order one of these beautiful pickle burgers, because it is ultimately fresh. And that's the only way I would want it. You know how I am about making sure that we have a good product out there. And the Y bone is out. It's a boneless piece of fish right from our own lake.
You know what? I talk about this all the time. I talk about my culinary background. Okay, so
he was a chef, believe it or not.
Believe it or not,
I cook a lot more than he does. I don't know what kind of chef this guy is.
I'm gonna spit out it. It's my turn. It's the aioli sauce and the fish combination. That last big bite that I just brought up to the camera, I'm telling you, there's something about that sauce.
Right.
It is really, really good.
Right.
You know, Michael Birch is just challenging all of you about coming there with your office, your staff, come and have a burger.
Yeah.
You're going to hear from him today, because it's my job, after we have this delicious lunch, to grind him, to text everyone he knows about the event on Sunday. You know what? It's so important to us that we have a good time.
We're going to fill that place.
Mike thinks he's going to be able to bring 30 people. No, Tony, if you're watching, he thinks he's going to be able to bring 30.
These are my personal friends.
I don't believe Mr. Birch has 30 people he can bring down to this event. I think that is such a far cry from reality. I believe, I think Michael Birch is going to bring like 4.
Yeah, me and my wife and the 2 kids.
There you go. No, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, no, we're going to get a lot of people there on Sunday.
Yeah.
But if you can't make it on Sunday, There's no excuses.
No, exactly.
Get out and try this incredible pickle burger. So I'm very proud of it.
Look at
actually.
that.
I know.
I wonder how big that
Doesn't
would have
taste fishy at all. Kevin Alt made sure that the quality was there because he picked it right out of the net. His last net when he pulled his nets out on the lake at Grand Rapids. So Kevin Alt, I can't thank you enough. And the big thing that I want to be able to talk about with Kevin Alt is his mother passed away as well. And I want to acknowledge his family and deepest condolences, Kevin. And you know what he did? He wanted to follow this through. And he did it himself, making sure that the pickle during this difficult time. So that speaks volume about what Kevin Alt is about. And, you know, that's special to me.
This is delicious.
I know. So for $5 for every burger goes to
Allie's Ribbons.
Allie's Ribbons. Yeah. And these are beautiful Indigenous models, guys, girls, amazing kids.
You know what
right?
I didn't realize?
What?
That when we went to the Silver Heights and did that Birch Burger video, Isaac ate it. And you know what? Every time we've had a Birch Burger, Isaac eats it. And not only that, but I've never actually eaten one until now. We had that event with all those Birch Burgers.
Yeah.
Isaac ate them all. I'm telling you, I didn't eat any of them. And man, this is really good.
I'm very, very impressed with that.
Yeah, it's really good.
I can't wait when this little spot's over. I'm going to go finish my burger in peace.
You're going to be all polite about it. Yeah, well, that's because he's going to get in trouble from Jen for the bun.
I know. I know.
For me,
trying to cut out the carbohydrates, but what do you want to do?
Really good
I know. Carefully selected products for this. So,
a couple other things that we're going to share. We just had some fantastic developments today, some meetings today. These different nations are, they're so enthusiastic meeting with us. Like I've just been enjoying meeting with these chiefs and these people from these communities. And we got, who's coming in tomorrow? Did you say he's coming in tomorrow? Barron's River's coming in tomorrow?
Yeah, and then I'm heading off to Bloodvein on Friday for the day to go visit the community. We're actually doing a lot of stuff with some of these communities. Bloodvein reached out to us because I did a huge hockey equipment drive with Graham McWater's organization out of Ontario. And so what we're going to do is we're going to get hockey equipment to those communities like Bloodvein. Because they need some help. I mean, they're having issues. If we keep our children occupied, keep them into sports, that'll keep them from going in the wrong direction in life. I truly believe that sports is a difference maker for our kids. And let's keep them really busy.
Your son was in hockey for a long time.
Yeah, I got a son, Kyle Birch. He's an interesting story there. Kyle started playing hockey when he was 7 years old, which was kind of late to start, really, if you want to play, high-level hockey. He ended up playing AAA in Manitoba. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, see what I mean about that. So anyway, I ended up playing AAA, but he ended up playing for the Tri-City Americans of the Western Hockey League. He was a goaltender.
Okay.
Then he met his high school sweetheart there, Amy. And Amy and Kyle now still together from high school, played with the Tri-City Americans as a goaltender, ended up playing in the Saskatchewan Junior Hockey League for the Battleford Stars for about 3 years, ended up going to Nate University to go get his business degree. Now he's an executive with Bauer Hockey.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So I remember when we were at that Bloodvein meeting, one of the members of council came in and said, Birch, are you related to Kyle?
Yeah.
He was some good of a goalie.
Yeah, he played for Team Manitoba. He also played in the Indigenous national with Team Indigenous in some capacity. So, and he looks like Carey Price. It's kind of funny because Carey Price played a year ahead of him when he was playing for the Tri-City Americans. So hockey is a big part of my life. And between Graham McWater's group out of Ontario, and maybe I'll put a nudge into Kyle's ear to help these kids that really need hockey. And so we want to continue that.
That was a great conversation. You know what? Tony Sawicki just texted me right now. Look at how do they look and taste?
Oh my God, amazing.
And good job on that. You know what I was also going to quickly do here, just for silly purposes. Christopher Henry, I hope that you come to our event on Sunday. Dan Posner, I hope you come to our event on Sunday. Holly Harper's already told me that she's coming.
Yeah, there's lots of people coming.
There is Stephen Chan. Joe Schmidt, love to see you guys there
Yep.
as well.
Yep.
Isaac's even on my list. I think that's from another text.
Yeah.
Who else? Jane is coming. Jane is excited as heck
Yeah.
to come, and she's like, Steven, is it okay if I spread it? I said, spread it like wildfire, Jane. Please do. Sean Wolf said he's probably going to come.
Yeah.
Look at Mr. Bubba Dillon said he might or might not come, but he'd love to support anyway.
Those are great.
Said.
Yeah.
Chris Millman said he might be trying to come out. He's going to talk to his wife or girlfriend Kyla tonight to see if he and the girls can come on Sunday. Don Woodstock, I even reached out to him.
Wow, Don Woodstock.
Don Woodstock.
Politician.
You said wow to me when I reached out to you. Look at this is the wow and why I reached out to you, Don. I'd love to see you there. I reached out to Kevin Sigurdsson.
Yeah, great
Andrew
people, good
McLean.
friends. Yeah,
You know, and the list just goes on and on.
yeah. And this is
Why?
only the first day that we started promoting this. So we're going to fill the Silver Heights up on Sunday.
Mhm.
I'm going to have my family there as well, and I'm inviting all my personal close friends to come to the event.
Yeah.
We're really looking forward to seeing our friends, the people, and everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
So please come.
And it's not spam, people. It's not. It's truly reaching out to share this and to get you down there to help support Allie's Ribbons and their people, great people.
Yeah.
Going to Japan.
We got kids from Saging, Peguis.
Oh, you want that list?
Yeah. If you can, we'll just name off some of the models that are here. Wow, they're just great girls and guys, really awesome people,
They
and
really
I'm
are.
really impressive here. I'll read that for a second.
Okay. Just wait a second. I
Okay.
think I've. Well, I don't know. I don't. Here, just read
Yeah.
off the nation.
Yeah. So anyway,
I can
we
get
have
my
some models coming from Barons River, representing Barons River. So, we might even have the chief here tomorrow. So we wanna see if they can help the kids
Maybe we
out.
should bring in some more burgers for cheap.
We-
Try them out.
We could do that too.
Yeah.
Couchiching First Nation, we have a model there. Dauphin River First Nation, Long Plain First Nation, Ochako CP. Ochiko
You said it a lot better
I know.
yesterday. My
And I
bad.
did say it. Sorry if I butchered. I'm so sorry, First Nation. And then we have the Peguis First Nation, Pine Creek First Nation, Rolling River First Nation, Saging First Nation, Sakame First Nation, Sandy Bay First Nation, and York Factory First Nation. So these are where all these models come from.
Yeah. I'm still like getting over how good that flavor of the fish is. Now, Isaac, I don't know if you heard him in the background yesterday. He said he doesn't even like fish.
Well,
And he loves these burgers.
You know,
I'm telling you, there's something about this tomato salsa, tomato bruschetta, whatever the mix is.
I got to tell you a funny story. My brother Richard was supposed to do the live with me.
Yeah.
Okay. And my brother looks identical to me.
Yeah, he does.
He does. And people are saying that. And Richard doesn't necessarily like that. He kind of, my brother's quiet. I'm the guy. He didn't even want to
Double
come
the
on.
trouble, double the fun. Is that what they'll say?
Yeah. So with Richard, I've had, even as funny comments where Tyler Duncan comes up, boy, you're not nice. I saw you at a gas station. You didn't acknowledge me. And that was my brother Richard, because he thought he was waving at me. You know what I mean? Or at Richard was at a social, and over at Mercury, he goes, oh, hi, how you doing? And Richard looked at him like, I think you're talking about Mike, because I don't really know famous people like you, type of thing. And I said, well, you better behave yourself, Richard, out there, because people think you're me. So to my brother, who's put up with a lot of stuff with me, you're holding yourself very well, Richard. So thank you very much.
Richard drink well?
Yeah, he likes a few.
Okay,
once in a while, so there's a difference.
Yeah, they look that much alike,
Yeah,
right?
'cause I don't
careful.
drink.
Yeah. That's kind of funny.
Mhm.
What else before we wrap it up? Anything else exciting on the go right now? You're out of town next week. You're going to Blood Vein on Friday.
Yeah.
You're gone next week. And
I'll be in Calgary.
Monday, we are actually going to be doing a show with Cosmo from BFL.
Yeah, BFL Insurance.
And then on Tuesday, we're going to be sitting with Amy from POS.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you guys know Cosmo or Amy, but again, both these companies and their people see eye to eye with what we're doing. They're a lot of fun. And again, no script. We can't have script any longer. We're not going to be editing like mad any longer. You're still going to see some different edited videos for sure, but you're doing pretty good live.
Yeah, getting better, because I don't like lives. I'm telling you right now, but they're forcing me to do lives. Yeah, but that's okay. Hey, what you see is what you get, and the script is there's no script
No.
in anything here. So this is it. I'm basically concluding this.
He's concluding it. I'm going to carry on. Remember, our door's always open.
Yep.
The Birch Group of companies are just tremendous companies.
Yep.
Again, we had another one join us today. We'll tell more about that in the future.
Yeah, big announcement on that one. Yeah,
and some of the supporting causes. This new company, for example, is giving 10% of all sales right back to the communities.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people. And he always bugged me. He always said, Stephen, don't call it Birch. What does Birch mean? And laugh at Stephen for a reason constantly. I'm used to it. It's okay. I got thick skin. But the reality of it is these businesses and these group of companies that we work with truly get it. Yeah. And no different than Silver Heights, no different than all these people who support us and love us. Thank you for that. Remember to always like, follow, and share. Yesterday, we had almost 260. How many people were on TikTok yesterday?
200, right around there.
200 people on TikTok. Now, guys, we are quite new to the TikTok world. I'm not very TikTok-y, but I watch it all the time. And thank you for that audience. That's great. You can catch us on YouTube, Evolution of Leadership, The Birch Show. Yeah. And, of course, you're seeing it now on our Facebook channel and on LinkedIn. You know what? We're grateful for all of you. If anyone has any questions, wants to just contact us, info@michaelbirch.ca works great for an email. And of course, if you know the man, text him. He works until about midnight every night. Until Jen tells him to turn off his phone and go to sleep.
So we did something a little bit differently. Usually we're in our studio part, but we decided to be in our boardroom to do this.
This is why.
Yeah, this is what I'm really proud of, actually.
Yeah, let me get the chair out of the way.
Yeah.
His daughter is joining us on Sunday. His grandkids are coming with her. Yeah. This is Elijah Harper's jacket.
Yeah, this is by the great Elijah Harper, real inspiration to the Ingenue community.
And the only reason why it's sitting here on the floor is because I was a little afraid. I'm pretty clumsy, and I'm never supposed to hold hand tools because I'm clumsy. Yeah. And I was afraid it was going to break, but we will mount it soon.
Yeah.
The reality of it is this doesn't belong here. This is going back to the family and back to Red Sucker Lake at some point. Some of this artwork behind us, I'm really with Mike. I'm liking the backdrop for this video right now. And for those of you who are non-Indigenous, like myself, I had no clue that had to go on top, the eagle. What's that?
I got to share something with my audience.
And you wanted a really quick little short video.
No. I know. I don't like usually long videos. I'm telling you right now. I had a lady from 1950s. She ended up in the hospital. Her name is Connie Singletary. She's from Chicago originally. It's quite an interesting story. She lived on Stevenson Island on the point in Garden Hill, just across on the municipal island. Mm-hmm. She's been there since the 1950s. She was in her early 20s. And what she did was she was an educator, school teacher, and she moved to Island Lake. But she's been gathering history information, everything from the leadership, who built the first roads up there, the tractor trailer stuff, the vegetation, the water, the fish, the wildlife, everything you can possibly imagine. So Connie's in her 90s now. Yeah. And she contacted me and she said, Michael, I trust you with this. Oh, yeah. And because I don't hang on to things. I want to make sure that it gets back to the rightful holders, the people. Yeah. Just like the Elijah Harper jacket. Yeah. This is going back to the community. It's not for me.
And the family.
That's right. Yeah. And I'm holding Rod Bushy's Assembly of Manitoba Chiefs headdress and regalia when he was with AMC. That goes back to the community of Hollow Water. Wow. In the future. And I feel it's good karma to give that back. So anyway, I only opened one box. We're going to have Ronnie Beardy from Garden Hill.
Box of history.
Yeah.
From
the 6
Garden
boxes.
Hill.
6 boxes. 6 boxes.
Okay. 6 boxes. And we're only opening one.
I only opened one, and I'm going to show you something that really blew me away. And you know what? This is a sign. So I opened one box because the rest is going to be opened by the elders from the community.
Bringing Ronnie or something.
So I opened one because I couldn't wait. The other ones are sealed. And there's photos in here of and the education programs, the churches, the Royal Commission, Island Lake. What is this? ecology.
Oh, I got my reading
Anyway,
glasses.
it's really interesting. So I opened this first file because I'm just so curious. I'm a kid in the candy store, and it was a sign. Look at this. My father's obituary.
What was the first thing you read when you opened up the box?
Yeah. Look at this. Ralph Birch.
Hmm.
So was that a sign from my father to say, son, keep up what you're doing. I love you.
Yeah.
Because I never forgot about the time when he passed
And
away
you shared that
18
with
years
Richard
ago.
too?
Yes. So it's my father. There he is. He was a bush pilot, decorated bush pilot, married my
Really?
mom, Kuka.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, eh?
The 89-year-old
Yeah.
Cougar?
But what are the chances out of the 6 boxes that I opened and he's on the top?
Yeah, no
So
kidding.
anyway,
Very cool.
I just thought I'd share that with you. So we're going to do a live with Ronnie Beardy, elders from the community, to open up the boxes and talk about the history, because you know what, there's nothing like it, and it's going to go back hopefully with the Elijah Harper Museum someday.
Absolutely. We're going to wrap up here shortly. I also wanted to share with everyone, because we're doing a lot more of these live sort of format videos, our software and things, we're going to start bringing in some guests from out of town.
Yeah.
And again, it was all nervous. I remember when we started doing these videos, we always fumbled with the microphones. For some reason, Facebook's not our friend with the microphone. No. So StreamYard, what we're using right now, is working well for our platform.
Yeah, I want to acknowledge Jade Harper.
Mm-hmm.
She called me and said something about the microphones not working properly, and it's not. Well, what is it? Is it because of the Facebook?
I don't know if it's
algorithm or something
or whatever. It works on the mics work on Facebook when we do it through our StreamYard platform, but the mics don't work through Facebook when we just try.
Okay. So we're gonna get that corrected.
Yeah, we're gonna work on it. But for now, this is working very well on these platforms, and StreamYard enables us to bring in guests from outside of our office. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to some live on locations. Well, we're starting to figure them out. They're working well.
Yeah, they are. They are.
And
I just want to conclude this. I was in on holidays over last, for a week. I took my family. Boy, Mike's actually anxious to get back home. When you guys were gone, Tom Jackson showed up here at my office. What an honor, because we're doing some work with the great Tom Jackson. Remember him from the North of 60? And he's doing a movie series called, what's it called down in the East Coast?
Sullivan's Crossing.
Yeah, Sullivan's Crossing. So he was here. Okay. What an amazing.
There's a picture to prove it.
Yeah.
And what a gentleman.
Yeah, just an ambassador, right? Yeah. The amazing person. So we have friends like that across the country that we're going to bring on.
Like I was saying, the support's been unreal.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to talk about numbers, but when we were contacted by Facebook saying you reached over 1 million views on one platform, it's not bragging, folks. That's because of you.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is I kind of like the unscriptedness. But you looked really tired yesterday.
Well, I feel a little better, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a busy weekend.
The Easter hangover, and it's not from alcohol. It's from cooking so much food and being exhausted.
Yeah, I know. It was the Easter weekend, and had all family over on Sunday. It was my daughter's 16th birthday, Scarlett. Just a wonderful time, and I love my family. I love where I'm at in life. So I thank you to everybody.
Thank you, everyone, for supporting. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. I'm not sure where this live is going to come from tomorrow, but I guarantee you we're going to do something a little bit out of the box tomorrow. Isaac doesn't like the off location so much with his computer and StreamYard, but it's starting to work, and we're going to start doing it more often. So tomorrow, how about we try something a little bit different?
We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I don't know. Where do you want to go?
I don't know.
Well, it's going to be somewhere near and dear to us, but it's going to be outside the office. I want a little bit of different background, and I kind of like it.
Well, anyway, I'm going to shut this thing down so I can have my burger.
You realize we both tried to turn this off like 4 times now, and you walked in with a box.
Okay, I know. I just wanted to show our friends.
We're talking about Tom Jackson, and we're talking about absolutely everything.
I know.
That's what it's about.
So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much, my friends.
I prefer to keep it going so you don't eat your burger. I'm almost done my burger. See you.
Take care. Always in a good way.
You got it.
Always in a good way.